Hey, everybody. It is Bethany Briggs. I teach healthy coping mechanisms for longevity, flexibility, mobility, and overall health. And with consistency, they becomes a lifestyle. So come back to your mindfulness, come back to your healthy coping mechanisms, come back to your self-love, self-care tools every day. Every day it's a must because we go through so many different things that we just need that reset. So today, I thought we would do a little reset that we can do with our breath, because your breath you can do anywhere. And the last couple weeks we're focusing more on movement with different stretching, also with breath because it's important to breathe and do the stretching. But today it's just going to be solely just breath, just focusing on the breath, and just getting into that place of balance and calm when you're not able to do anything else. Maybe you don't have a lot of time. Maybe you're busy and you got to go to the next thing and you don't have time to go and sit and do a whole like 20-minute practice. Well, let's sit down and just intentionally breathe through it, because when you do that, it really just helps you slow down and see what's really going on. It allows you to check in with yourself. Maybe you weren't breathing fully. Maybe you were breathing up in your chest. And when you breathe up in your chest, you're going to feel a little more anxious. You're going to feel a little more overwhelmed. But when you bring that breath down to your diaphragm, to your belly, when you make those full deep breaths, you're able to allow equilibrium to come in. And you'll realize, like for me, sometimes when I'm feeling out of balance, I just go to my breath and then I realize, whoa, I wasn't breathing properly. So then I get into just doing some deep breathing and I'm just like, okay, that's what I was needing. And then sometimes, movement comes in with it as well. I think that's important. That's why there's so many different healthy coping mechanisms. There's so many different things that you can do, and they're all unique to us. But the one thing that we can all do is breathe. That is how we live. That is how we go day to day. You can't breathe, and you cannot, you have to breathe to be alive. So that's one of my favorite focuses is breath work, because of how available it is to us all. There's some breath practices. Yeah, maybe you want to sit with it for a while, or maybe you just want to do it real quick. So we're going to do a breath that you can just sit with yourself, and it allows you to come to the present moment. As how I teach mindfulness is being in the present moment and connecting with your inner world and your outer world so you can achieve that feeling of health and longevity and flexibility and mobility, and having that peace of mind. Even if you have peace of mind just for a little bit, and then you go through life and something happens, but then you come back to your healthy coping mechanism and you're like, oh, because if you can have it for one moment, you can transform it to have it for more moments, and that's what it shows you. So let's just get started. And before we get started, I just want to welcome everyone that's here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. I would like you to do this as a homework, come back to this as a reminder, as an accountability. How can that be? Just drop a comment, let me know that you came back to it. That's a great way to show accountability. You can even save this video so it's easier to find for yourself. There's so many different other classes that I've taught throughout the years that you can find in my video section if maybe you want to do something different. So, my homework is to at least come back a couple times until next Thursday, as I do these classes live every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And, as you come back, you're building your muscle of consistency, and then it turns into a lifestyle. But it takes time, it takes practice, and it takes patience. If you're going along, you're doing it often, and then all of a sudden you have a couple days where you're not, don't beat yourself up. Meet yourself where you're at and just start again, start over. Have grace and patience and love for yourself to where you can just, okay, get back on. I think that's important too. Don't hold it against yourself, just start over again. And before you know it, it can be a practice that you do every day. For me, I've been doing this over 5 years. I'm probably going 5.5 years. And it took a lot of like challenges for myself. Like when I say challenges, I would be like, okay, I want to do this 21-day challenge of breathwork, or I did 100 breathwork series where it was like 100 different breathworks. And like just doing these different things to make it be a consistent practice. Maybe you want to do it a different way, and that's okay too. Maybe you have a jar and you put all everything you like to do that's your healthy coping mechanism in, you put it somewhere where you can see it, and you go to it. You pick something out, or you have a list, or you have post-it notes somewhere where you're going to see it to remind yourself, or maybe put an alarm in your phone. Oh, time to do my healthy coping mechanism. I haven't practiced some self-care today. I want to take care of myself, because when we take care of ourselves, we fill our cups up, and then we're able to give from the overflow. But we have to take care of ourselves. So let's get started. I like to always start class with a couple deep breaths as they're cleansing, and they help us get centered. Maybe you want to do a little bit of movement, a little bit of somatic movement, whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to do a little stretching, move your body a little bit, shake it out, as we're going to be in stillness for a few minutes here, as we're doing some breathing. It's really up to you, but let's take a deep breath together, breathing in. And then exhaling it all out when you're ready. Let it go, let it flow. Make these your deepest inhales and exhales you've done all day. Breathing in for a second time. Maybe closing your eyes or keeping them open at a soft gaze, and taking a deep, deep breath, maybe sipping in a little extra air at the top. Really focusing on how this breathing is helping you in this present moment. Letting it all out. Breathing in. Maybe you want to put a little smile on your face. And then on this last exhale, I want you to exhale as slow as you can, really focusing on that exhale as it comes out, letting it go. Maybe imagining something that you've been holding on to that you want to let go of as your breath is flowing out, that thing is flowing out. So let it out. Now maybe doing one more deep breath just to really cleanse and get everything out for this present moment. And then letting it all go. Now we're in this place of cleansed aura and feeling good in our breath. We're going to do some breathing of 6 counts. So it's going to be an inhale of 6, holding for 6, and then exhaling for 6. And make it the count that works for you. Maybe 6 is too much, or maybe you need a longer count. So really make it for you, because you got to listen to yourself. That's also with mindfulness, with your healthy coping mechanisms. They're unique for you. So listen to what feels good for you. And this is a great time to really notice and listen. And with practice, it becomes easier to hear, but you got to start somewhere. So breathing in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Inhaling for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now going at it with your own count. So maybe you want to go to 7. Maybe you want to go to 8. Maybe the 6 was too much, so you want to bring it down to 5 or 4. Allow yourself to be in this moment, breathing and taking this time to remember that, like, during any kind of experience, anything that happens in life, we can come to our breath to calm, to take that little breather, that moment for yourself, so you can reconnect and just be in the moment and allow yourself to notice. And when we focus on our breath with the counts, we're really taking that time to just be present. And we're not thinking about other things, because all you can do is think about the count. And if you find that your mind wanders, it happens. It's natural. It's about it, being a human. Our mind's going to wander. With training, it gets easier to not allow it to wander as much. But if you're just starting out in these practices, if your mind wanders, just go back to the breath. Just go back to the count. Have that be a repetition of, like, okay, back to the breath, back to the breath. Or you can imagine putting that thought in a box and putting it to the side, and you can go to it later, or put it on a post-it note, and you can, imagine yourself putting it on a post-it note, and then you can put it together. Maybe in this moment you really just need to get it out, so maybe write it down and then come back to the breath. There's different practices you can do. You can also put it on a cloud, and in a sense, imaginary cloud, and then watch it float away. Or a leaf in a river, put that thought on the leaf, imaginary, and then watch it flow by, and just breathe. So breathing at your own pace right now, continuing your 6 count breath, or whatever count feels good for you, breathing in and breathing out, allowing yourself to really just connect and breathe. We'll be here just for a little bit longer. I'm going to leave you guys in silence, so I'm going to mute the mic. That way there's no outside sounds, so you can really just focus on your breath. And if you do have some outside sounds and they distract you, remember, go back to your breath. That's where the power is you have that ability to bring yourself back to the present moment, and only you can do that. So I'm going to leave you here just for a few moments to breathe at the 6 counts, or whatever count feels good for you. And then I'll let you know when to come out, taking this time for yourself, breathing in and breathing out. So now I want you to take the deepest breath you've done all day. So breathe in, hold that breath just for a moment, and then we're going to do a cannon breath. So how you do that is you pucker your lips and just like that. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in, holding just for a moment, and then cannon breath. Let it out. Breathing in 1 more time. Holding just for a moment, and then letting it all out. Rubbing your hands together, or wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, coming back to the present moment even more, to where you are aware of what's going on in your surroundings. Maybe doing some natural breathing at this point, or maybe you just want to do some deep breathing as we come out. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe you want to do a little stretching. Maybe you want to shake it out. Shaking is a great way to regulate your nervous system. So shake it out. Maybe you want to do a little stretching. It's really up to you and where you want to be right here, right now. Or maybe you just want to sit with your breath longer, and that's okay too. Just kind of feel what feels good for you to bring yourself back into your awareness around you, and to help bring this with you through your day, to remind yourself, okay, I'm having a moment here. Let me breathe. Let me shake it out. Let me do a little stretch, So when you're ready, we'll take 1 more deep breath together, rubbing your hands together and bringing it to your heart space in a prayer pose, breathing in. And then when you're ready, exhaling it all out. Let it go and let it flow. May we give thanks to God, for He is good and His love endures forever. May we come back to our breaths in all moments, in calm times and storms. May we look to you, Lord, for peace. May we follow our heart, which is your will, your way, Lord. May you direct us on the path that we're meant to go down. Thank you for your divine interventions. And may we just come into this moment and remember to breathe and taking those full, deep breaths. I pray for everyone dealing with those fires in California. I pray for everyone that's still dealing with the aftermath of the Hurricane Helena. I pray for everyone in the Middle East that's dealing with war. I pray for everyone that's just having a hard time right now. May you find comfort. May there be love and faith and hope and peace. May you find joy and health. Even when it seems impossible, may you lean into the possible, which is God. May you come back to your healthy coping mechanisms to help you through. May you pray and come back to your Bible to find the wisdom and wonder, and may you move forward with grace, and may you follow God's plan. May you trust in God and trust in the process. May you be flowy and flexible and be in the present moment while coming back to your breath. Amen. Thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate you guys so much. Quick little announcements as we come out of class. So I have an event Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, where we'll do a special mindfulness practice or healthy coping mechanism that I only do through my events or my one-on-one private sessions. This event is about grounding and alignment and taking a sacred pause. So if you enjoyed this class here, it will be an even better one. With the event, which is Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I do those bi-monthly, so twice a month, bi-weekly, where we do different healthy coping mechanisms that you only will find there. So if you're interested, I will put the link to the event down in the comments, so you can go to the event page and check it out. You can also comment and I can answer any questions, or you can go to the event page and put a post in there to ask any questions. It is donation or drop-in cost, so it's not a free event, but it's at a very low cost. And then I offer also the one-on-ones, which you can find the price breakdown in my weekly schedule, which is pinned to the top of my page to make it easier for you. And that's just like a personal plan. You know, there's something you want to work on. Maybe you want a little more accountability. Maybe you just want that one-on-one session. So it could be focused fully on what you need to work on for your healthy coping mechanism, for your longevity, your flexibility, your mobility, and your overall health. And then also, I do these classes live every Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And again, your homework is to come back to this class as many times as you can. Maybe drop a little comment. Let me know that you came back as accountability. Until next Thursday, I'll see you live. I think that's all the announcements I have. Yeah, hope to see you on Saturday if you're able to come. These events right now are women only, and it's a small space where, you know, everything stays there. We don't go around talking about what you said. You know, if you're comfortable to share. If you're not comfortable to share, that's okay too. If you're really like in a place where you don't want to share anything, that's where the one-on-ones are going to come in to play, because that's where it's more personal, like I said. But yeah, so I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you next Thursday, and I'll see you throughout the week, or maybe I'll see you on Saturday. And then until next time, remember to shine bright and be you. You're important. You matter. You are enough. Breathe through it all. Breathe through it all. Check out my different encouragement posts for today. I also posted a reel about this breath count that we did as like a quick little reminder. Save the video so you can come back to it, so you can find it a lot easier. I also offer I accept stars as tips, but I also accept tips through Facebook Pay if you want to do it that route. Not able to send stars, that's okay. Sharing, engaging, commenting, reacting helps the same. And, you know, I encourage you to come to class. Not able to make it to the live class, I keep these up for replay so you can come back when you're available and ready. So that being said, I hope you have a blessed day. Sending love your way. And sending love to all those that need it, sending prayers to all that need it. And remember to be you, because you are important. Like I said, you matter. You're enough, you know. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everyone. Thank you again. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week live. See you soon.